If your kid has ever heard you say, if you're good, we'll get ice cream, or finish your homework first and then you can have the treat, then you're normal. Most parents have used food as a reward at some point. It works. Kids get excited about it, and we usually get the behavior that we want in that moment. But there is a little bit of a hidden problem beneath that. When we consistently use food as a reward, kids start learning lessons about food that we never intended for them to learn. One of the most common messages kids absorb is some foods are special, some foods are earned, some foods are more valuable than others, and that can create a really complicated relationship with food over time. Think about what happens when dessert becomes the reward for eating vegetables. Your kid learns vegetables are the thing I have to suffer through, and the dessert is what I really want. So, without realizing it, we've elevated one food and devalued another. And that's not because parents are doing anything wrong, it's because kids are constantly assigning meaning to their experiences. Another issue is that food can start being tied to emotions. When kids repeatedly receive food for good behavior or achievements or comfort, celebrations, stress, they may begin viewing food as the solution to a wide variety of emotions. And that's where things can get really tricky because food is meant to do many things. It provides nourishment, enjoyment, it brings families together. But when food becomes the primary reward system, it can start to carry emotional jobs that it was never meant to carry. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have birthday cake at your birthday or that celebrations shouldn't involve food. Food is part of our culture. It's part of connection, it's part of joy. The goal isn't removing that food, it's making sure it's not the only reward system that kids learn to value. So, what can parents do instead? One option is shifting towards more experiences. So, instead of you can have the treat if, think about you can pick the family movie or you can choose the weekend activity. Experiences create that excitement without putting food on the pedestal. Another option is using praise that focuses on effort rather than the rewards. So kids really thrive when they feel seen and heard. So a simple, I'm proud of how hard you worked, often has a lot more lasting impact than parents realize. It's also important to remember that children don't need to earn food. Food is not a prize, it's not a punishment. Food is not something children need to deserve. When we remove morality from eating, children have much better opportunities to build a healthy relationship with food. One thing I often encourage parents to ask themselves is if food wasn't available as a reward, what would I use instead? The question alone can reveal a lot because a lot of the times what children truly want isn't the cookie, it's attention or connection or recognition or time together. And those things tend to have a much longer lasting impact. Using food as a reward doesn't make you a bad parent. Most parents have done it. Most parents were raised with it. But small shifts can make a really big difference. So the goal isn't perfection. The goal is helping kids build that healthy relationship with food and movement and themselves. And that starts with understanding the messages our everyday habits are sending. At Niroggi, we help families build healthier habits through education, support, sustainable behavior change, no guilt, no pressure, no diets. If your family could benefit from more support, Niroggi offers a 14-day trial so you can experience our approach before fully committing. See if it's right for you. Head over to our website, niroggi.com, to check it out. And in the meantime, tell us what rewards work best for your family that don't involve food.